it's Kayla, and today we are going to be talking about the Hollis Co.'s live event, RISELIVE Courage. So this was an online RISE conference, essentially, that took place on Saturday, May 2nd. It was a full day it was supposed to be 8 hours. I think it ended up actually being like 9. And it was all virtual, so it was live speakers online for the whole day. Some of the speakers were pre-recorded, obviously, because they couldn't all be in one place. But the keynotes given by Rachel and Dave were obviously live because they were there in the studio. And then the other guests did some pre-recorded talks that were then sent to them and they aired throughout the day. So I kind of just wanted to do a little like review of what this was. And I decided to start it with ticket pricing. So there were 3 levels of tickets. The first was a basic level, which pretty much just got you access for the day, and that was $40, which is a steal compared to what an actual RISE conference would cost. And then there was the premier level, which was $65, and it had some early access to the shop, access to the workbook, maybe some online resources, and then you could watch a restream of it later. And then there was the $200 VIP ticket, which is what I ended up buying because I was like, you know what, treat yourself. And compared to like the $1,300 VIP tickets for an actual RISE event, I was down to spend $200 on that. So with the $200 VIP ticket, you got earliest access to the RISELIVE shop. So they had like a pop-up shop like they would have at the actual events. They had an online pop-up shop. I wasn't sure I was going to buy anything, but I did end up buying the Courage Club t-shirt and some stickers, so we'll see when those get there. But I figured since I have early access and they had the t-shirt in a 3X, and I was like, hey, that'll be great for me to wear for a few more weeks until it's too big for me, and then it'll be pajamas. So I bought that and some stickers to add to my water bottle. It also had access to the workbook like Premiere, so I went and I got mine printed at Office Depot and bound so it was like nice and sturdy. So I got to do that. It had some extra digital resources, some of which I believe Premiere got as well. A lunch Q&A with Rachel, so when everyone else's screen went blank for lunchtime, ours went into a Q&A with Rachel where we got to send in questions and she answered those during the stream. So while we ate our lunch, we got to watch some more content instead of it being an actual break. Our extended viewing is the longest. I believe we get 2 weeks to rewatch, which is great because I still want to rewatch some of it. And then we got the VIP box, which I'm going to insert a clip here of the day I got it. I wasn't expecting to get it until 2 weeks after the event. It came 2 days before the event. So here's a clip of me getting that box and unboxing it so you can see what all was in that. All right, it is Thursday, the 30th of April. Something super exciting just got here today, which is funny because I just got an email asking for my address for this, and then I went downstairs and it was sitting on my kitchen counter and I was like, that's weird. But I got my VIP box from Hollis Co. for RISELIVE, so I thought I would show you, I would unbox it with you. I've already like cut it open and like peeked inside and like blacked out my address, but that's it. So let's go into it. All right, so Cayman had the RISELIVE X Courage by Hollis U. Good things are coming. Also, good things are here. So we open up this, and so it has bubble wrap. From our stage to your home. Oh my goodness. Okay. So before we go through this, I gotta take a picture really quick, and then I will come back and show you. All right, I took some pictures. Let's go through this. So we've got the pencils and the Courage cards. So let's see, some of the pencils. Courage is contagious. Servant leader. Yes, you can be the light. RISELIVE. Come on, focus on these. Awesome pencils. Let's go over here so there's nothing else. Oh yeah, look at those. So there's those, and then the Courage cards, I'll open in a minute and go through. Then we've got a notebook and some pins. And this notebook I'll obviously use to take notes during RISELIVE. That's super exciting. The pins are stuck to the top, so I'll take those off in a second. Then we've got the little tumbler that says maybe the hardest part of life is just having the courage to try. That's super cute. I'll be drinking out of this tomorrow. And then what I'll probably be drinking out of this tomorrow is Big Heart Tea Co. Cup of Sunshine, which is apparently one of Rachel's favorite tea companies. So those are all the goodies. Let me go ahead and open up the courage cards. I'll show you some of those and then we'll be done. Got the courage cards, but I just wanted to show you when I went to rip the pins off the notebook, I tore too hard. So now there's a little hole, but I really like this pattern. Start today, courage. It's just like a completely blank, so you can like sketch in it too. So that'll be good for like, if I have any like diagrams I want to draw. But yeah, so I love that. I took out all the like insides of this so I can store all my goodies in there. And then we have the courage cards. So we've got, you are in control of what happens next. When you can't control your circumstances, control your reaction. Don't trick yourself into believing that everything is hard because parts of it are hard. Light the way with your magic so others can follow behind you. Gratitude changes everything. You can find meaning even in hard times. So those are the courage cards. And that's all of my goodies from the VIP box. So yeah, I really enjoyed the box. A lot of people were like, really? You spent $200 for that? And I was like, no, I spent $200 for the extra content, for the workbook, for the extra digital content, for the value of being able to rewatch it for 2 weeks. That's what I spent it for. I didn't spend it for the VIP box. It was just a like added bonus. I got some fun goodies that I was super excited about. My favorite, I think, is the little mug. I love the mug. I also love the notebook. I love blank notebooks or dot grid notebooks, and that one's just like blank paper. I'm excited to get to use that, but I'm currently going through a lot of notebooks right now, so it's kind of just sitting in a corner until I need it. So yeah, so that was the VIP ticket. I would do it again. I really thought it was worth it, especially considering the VIP ticket for an actual full 3-day weekend Rise is like $1,300. So I would say $200 was totally worth it. Yeah. So now let's kind of go through the day of the event. So it was supposed to start at 9 a.m. Central Time, so that's 7 a.m. Pacific Time. So I had to get up real early, which is, I got up at the same time I'm supposed to be getting up every day, so that I could get ready and be ready to start content at 6:50 a.m. Good morning. It is Saturday, May 2nd. It is time for Rise Live. I'm super hyped. I promise I'm wearing clothes. I am up in my room. It is 6:30. I just went downstairs and made my breakfast. I'm all showered and ready for the day. I'm not wearing a shirt. I'm wearing a bralette right now. I'm gonna put on a shirt if it gets cold. But this is the new Skims ribbed high neck bralette. It's not really that high neck, but it's super comfy. And so I'm wearing it as a shirt right now until I get cold and need to put on a real one. Anyway, we are getting ready right now. It's in pre-show. There's 25 minutes to start. I went downstairs and I made some oatmeal with it's Trader Joe's oatmeal, salted caramel, protein from Tropika, chia seeds, walnuts, almond milk, bananas, strawberries, and stevia. It's my favorite right now, so I made that. I'm having a cup of sunshine, some Big Heart tea. It's currently brewing in my new tumbler, ready to go. I got up at 5 a.m., jumped out of bed, jumped in the shower, piled a ton of crap over my bed that's usually on my desk or my stool because I wanted to be able to spread out over here. I'll probably move to my bed at some point. It's gonna be a long day. But I just wanted to start off the day, keep you posted on what is going on. I'm super excited right now. They're playing the Jen Hatmaker podcast as the pre-show. But I got my water, got my breakfast, I got my tea, and I'm going to get started. So, it started at 6:50 a.m. with a little physical warm-up with Chris, who does all of the like active stuff at Rise. It was a lot of fun, got our bodies moving weirdly, and just got us energized. It's time to move our bodies with Chris, so I took a step back from the oatmeal and we're gonna get going. Then the first keynote was on mindset, and it was with Rachel Hollis. And then it went into a talk with Ed Milet, which was Navigating Crisis. I'm gonna make sure I'm getting the full titles. I don't think I wrote them all down in my notebook, so I'm gonna open my workbook. So it's How to Navigate Times of Crisis with Ed Milet. And then after that, we went into a talk with Britt Barron, or Beans, called Courage Through Fear. And then it was back to a Hollis. We went back to the live studio and it was Courage with Dave. And after that, it was, the last one before lunch was, let me find the full title, Be the hero of your own story with Donald Miller. So that was the before lunch portion of the day. Then we had like a little bit of time to go prep our lunch before the Q&A. So it is 10:55, so we've reached lunchtime. I do have the VIP Q&A, but I do need to go downstairs and get lunch. This morning has been so good, so great. I've been dancing my booty off, getting inspired, having a lot of fun. But right now I'm gonna take this time to run downstairs, refill my beverages, and get lunch, and then get back into it. All right, we've got lunch on the go. It's just leftovers from last night. This is the same Indian food you guys would have seen in my what I eat in a day video. I got a ginger ale, I refilled my water, got some snacks and a Zip Fizz for later in the afternoon. And I'm still waiting for the VIP Q&A. But yeah, it's been a really good day so far. So here's to a good afternoon. So then we had the Q&A that Dave was supposed to be moderating, but he answered questions too. So it was a Q&A with Dave and Rachel, which was awesome. And then right after lunch was Parenting with Courage with Jen Hatmaker, which I didn't actually get to watch because that was during some of the glitches, which we'll get to later. But that's okay, because that was probably the talk I obviously need the least. I'm not a parent. So I'm still gonna probably go back and watch it just because I'm sure there was other truth bombs dropped in there that didn't have to do with parenting, but it was fine that was the one where my computer was like, ah! So we'll talk about that more later. Then it was another keynote with Rachel, which was on consistency. Oh, I forgot, right after lunch there was a workout. We did a 10-minute workout with Rachel and Chris. And then we went into Jen Hatmaker. And then we went into consistency with Rachel. Second workout of the day done. We're getting into the afternoon. I had to move to my phone because the server was overloaded and my computer was being a butt. So now we're on my phone. But I brought my phone charger from my nightstand over so I could charge it. Then we had a season for leaders with Eric Thomas, which was awesome. It was great. If you ever need to get fired up, E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher. Like, gonna get you fired up. Then it was Courage to Continue with John C. Maxwell. And the final keynote was Leadership with Rachel. And then there was like a dance party cocktail hour where they just had like a son playing music, and occasionally like Chris and Rachel would get up and like do the Cupid Shuffle. And so that was kind of the end of the day. So it was a long day of sitting at my desk. Let's be real. Obviously, we would get up and move when we did the warm-ups and the workouts, and anytime Rachel would count down from 5 and we would get up and party to Can't Hold Us by Macklemore. But it was a long day of sitting in my room. And it was kind of tiring because of that, which is really weird. You'd think doing a personal development conference from the comfort of your house, like I'm in my comfy chair, you'd think that that would be like not tiring, but I was really exhausted at the end. I'm gonna insert a clip here of what my initial reaction after it was all done was. I did a little clip of like where I was at in my head, so you guys can kind of hear that before I go into some more details about how I felt about the day. So this is Kayla from 3 days ago. All right, it is 5:20 on the 2nd. RISELIVE finished at about 4:30 with the dance party. To be honest, I did a lot of the dance party, just, you know, having fun dancing, and then I also worked on editing today's video while the dance party went on, which was a lot of fun. It was nice to have like background music and noise and like good energy while I was editing. So I did that, and then tomorrow I'm gonna sit down and actually like film and talk through like the whole day. So yeah, I just wanted to have a clip in the moment for this. You guys will have heard a lot already because I'm going to kind of talk through it in order. But I wanted to like give you guys an in the moment kind of like instant reaction. And like I'll talk about like the technical stuff and all the content and all that tomorrow when I do my sit down portion. But like from a heart level, I'm in a very good mood. I feel very uplifted. I feel very inspired. I feel ready to take on whatever comes next, which is kind of what I was hoping to get out of this. So I'm in a very good headspace, but I'm also very tired. I didn't think I'd be so tired from a virtual conference. Like if I had been at a full day of Rise, like in person, I could totally understand why I would feel this tired, but I've been, I mean, in my comfy reading chair at my desk all day. I mean, I would get up to do my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 dancing, and I did the dance party, and I did the workouts. But I don't think I should feel as tired, but I do. I think it's just because we had a lot thrown at us, which was great. And that's like what my soul lives for. But it was a lot. And so I'm very much just like, today I need to breathe and relax the rest of the day. And then tomorrow I'm going to use everything from today to start lighting a fire under my ass. So yeah, I think that was what today needed to be. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an in-the-moment reaction because everything else you'll see in this video I will have filmed the day after, and so I just wanted to make sure there was one clip that was like, this is where I'm at right now, and where I'm at right now is tired. And so I'm gonna go make myself dinner, and I'm gonna curl up in my bed and watch some TV and just like calm myself before I get myself hyped up again tomorrow. So yeah, that was my just initial thoughts. All right, but all in all, I really enjoyed RISELIVE. So I wanted to kind of go through a few things about it. My 3 favorite talks from the day were Be the Hero of Your Story by with Donna Miller. I loved that one. I loved the idea of the 4 characters that we play throughout our lives. It was brilliant. I really liked A Season for Leaders with Eric Thomas, mostly because I really enjoyed listening to him speak. He just has a lot of energy, which is really cool. His stage name is E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher, so that kind of gives you some like context. But what I really liked is, though he is a preacher, you would know that by the way he talks. If you know anything about preachers, he definitely talks like a preacher. But it wasn't like he was preaching about like gospel to us. It was like preaching about leadership and courage, and I was like, yes, I can get behind this. So I really enjoyed that. And then I loved Rachel's last keynote, which was leadership. I really enjoyed all of them. There weren't really any that I was like, I don't really care. So that was really good, but those definitely were my favorite. We gotta talk about the glitches. Honestly, I wasn't that bothered by it, because here's the thing. They threw this conference together so fast as a solution to what's going on in the world. They looked at their company and were like, we thrive on live events. This is how we make our money, and how the hell are we gonna do a live event during quarantine? And they made something happen, and it was the first time they'd ever done it. So of course there were gonna be glitches, and that's just like something you need to accept. Some people got really angry about it, and I'm just like, why? They are providing us this awesome content in a way that they never have before, in such a short amount of time that they had to put it together because they wanted it to be valuable. So you're really mad about a little bit of glitching? And it glitched after the fact apparently too. I haven't tried to watch the replays yet, but it did. But then they went and they fixed it. They set up a whole new platform, moved all these videos over to it so that they could fix it for people. So I think it's stupid to get angry about the glitches because, oh well, it happens. That was a full day of awesome content that they threw together in a few weeks. So I got really annoyed when people were getting irritated about the glitches. I was like, really? Get over it. So with the glitches, I missed the entirety, minus a few like bubbles, of Jen Hatmaker's talk, which is okay because that was one I probably needed the least. I'm still gonna go back and watch it, but oh well. It was a little bit jumpy. There are a few, I'm sure I missed some things, which is part of why I want to rewatch it, because I'm sure I missed like a couple, like 30 seconds here and there. But honestly, it wasn't that annoying. There were some moments where I was just like, ah! But that's okay. I did at one point have to switch over from my computer to my phone. I don't know if that was my internet or if it was the server. It worked a little better on my phone for the afternoon. So I don't know if that has to do with my internet, if it has to do with what was going on with the glitches, but either way, it was fine. I moved my phone charger over to my desk, plopped my phone on it, and just watched from my phone. It was little itty bitty tiny Rachel on my screen, and that was fine. Yeah, so that is what I've got there. So if you want to hear some more about like the actual content, go ahead and head over to my Instagram, KaylaDanielle11. On my IGTV channel, today's episode of 5 is my 5 biggest takeaways. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about the content from the day. And so those are over on IGTV. Head over and check out that. But what's next? That's kind of what I wanted to talk about now, is like, now that we've been through all of this and we've done this whole conference, what comes next? And it really did light a fire under me, which is kind of what I needed, I think. I've been pretty motivated through this whole quarantine, but I think I needed just a little bit of a push, and so that definitely helped. I definitely want to rewatch some of the content because I feel like the first time through, I was like just frantic, like get bits out of it, some sound bites. But I want to kind of go back through and refocus on it. And there's some parts of the workbook that I haven't done yet because they were like, do these later. So I'm going to do some of the workbook. Yeah. This one probably should be like last because who knows when this will be able to happen, but I really would like to go to an actual Rise conference. I've been saying that for a while. I've always wanted to. I've kind of been holding out hope that she'll do one in the Northwest so that I don't have to travel and then I can afford a VIP ticket. If I only have to commute, that would be great. But that's kind of something I'm looking forward to doing at some point when we can have large events again. I want to read books and consume more content from the speakers. I actually already have read one of Jen Hatmaker's books since this. I already had the book before Rise, but I just finally read it. So I definitely want to consume more of the content from all these creators, especially John C. Maxwell and Eric Thomas. Those are two that I'm like, yes, I need to look into some of the content that you guys have put out. I've kind of taken a minute to like reevaluate my priorities and my why. A lot of that revolving around StyledByKaylaXO. I actually went out and bought the very next day a priority planner, which I'll talk about more. I'm going to do some videos and blog posts on goal setting and dreams and stuff soon. So this will come into play then. But I've kind of just tried to reevaluate my priorities and what I'm doing and why I'm doing all of this work. So I'm hoping that'll create some like really quality content for you guys and some more purpose in what we're doing here on StyledByKaylaXO. And then I guess the biggest thing that comes next is just surviving this quarantine and coming out of it thriving. I don't want to come out of this like I'm digging out of a hole. I want to like burst back into the world like I'm shoving some doors open. I'm like, I'm back. So yeah, just continuing to work hard, move forward, lead with courage. That's what I want to keep doing, and so that's what I'm going to do. So that is just kind of like base level thoughts. I could probably go on for hours about this conference. It was incredible, and I'm really glad that I took the plunge and I bought the ticket and spent that whole day just like taking care of who I am as a leader, which was really fun. So if you like this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. Please make sure you head over to IGTV to see my top 5 takeaways from this conference. There were some really big ones, so I really want you guys to check that out, and hopefully you'll be able to take something away from it. Make sure that you are following me on all social platforms. I post a lot of content, and I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm going to be putting different things on different platforms, so you want to make sure that you can catch me on all of those platforms. If you're not subscribed, please click that button. I upload content 2 to 3 times a week, and I would love to have you around, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!